Hello everyone. Today let's take a look at a general overview of a high-performance distributed file system like ours. Well, this is an interface after we successfully log in. We'll go from left to right. Well, here we can see that the one shown here is a data protection 1, correction 3 protection strategy. What we're doing now is 3 plus 2, 1 correction 3. So in the case of this strategy, we allow cases where 2 hosts are unavailable, data is not lost, you can still read and write, okay? You can see in the middle that there is a throughput system, a current throughput or a situation. This is the read bandwidth. This is the write bandwidth. And then there's read-write latency. Then this is the LPS of the original data. And then there's an allocation of capacity. Then we can see that the total capacity is now 82.9 terabytes. And now 10 terabytes have been allocated. Then only 4.1 kilobits was used. This is a rough general overview. Then I look to the right. We can now see that there are 5 nodes in the cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 nodes. What about the client side? No client side now. Mount the file system. You can see such a situation. Here you can see a utilization rate of a CPU core. According to the usage of this CPU, you can know one load by one for the entire cluster of that load. And then go over here and you can see 5 hosts on one back. Then if we order these 5 hosts, you can see the IP addresses of 5 hosts, including its version status and the number of disks it has. There is also the case of memory, etc. Wait, if I order any host, I can see more details like the disk. There's also memory. There's also a configuration of this series of network interface cards and so on. And then down below, we can add it online. If I want to add a plate, then you can choose here, then select a plate to add this plate. Then we can also reduce the order online. Like if my plate breaks or want to take it offline, we can do these 2 operations, then remove the disk from the mainframe. This is very convenient for us to expand or close the capacity of a single host. Now, let's go back to the main page and look at the other main functions. For example, this file system. So here's a file system that I've created. So it allocates a capacity of 10 Ts like this. It's a file system. Later, we will look at one more detail of the file system. So what's next? We can look at this snapshot. We can create multiple snapshots for each file system. Then we have some automatic snapshot tools for snapshots by the hour, by the minute, by the day. A time snapshot can be generated by week, by year, by month. Then the object is stored. This is layered storage. So we have this file now distributed over time. It's a high-performance distributed file. Its local disk is SSD of NVMe. And we can distribute the cold data to object storage that is layered to this remote or local. We can add it here. Not currently, and we'll show you how to do that later. Then what about this side? It's an interconnection of multiple protocols, seeing that we can support an interoperability of multiple protocols of NFS3 and SME on the same file system. Then the same data, we can access it through different protocols. This way, we don't have to copy data across multiple protocols. Then the redundancy of the data is reduced. What about this one? Is an upper limit on the capacity of that directory. We can use this setting to limit a maximum available capacity of a directory or a system. This is a function. There are other things. For example, we can support tenants. We can create multiple organizations and departments, and then we have them logically isolated. Then different capacities and spaces are allocated for this organization and department to use. Then there is user management. Then the same system, we can have multiple households, multiple users. The user has different roles. Well, it's management level, it's read-only. It's normal or some S3 system user. This is, and finally, we can take a look at this part of the statistical report. What about this part? There are multiple templates here. We can add it. After adding this template, we can inherit the information we want to monitor onto this page. It is convenient for us to observe conveniently. Well, what about the big picture? And the overview of the system would look something like this. Thank you very much.